The engine is starting up.
For launch. GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
go. Pending final steps. The cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Good evening, travelers and those alike. Welcome to the show. I am Edson, the Hitman Odell, your quintessential cosmic surfer. I said it.
You threw me going with Edson tonight.
We've
got an alter ego, guys. Watch out.
Look out. Look out.
And I'm Rhonda Harris. Clearly, I'm going to be the handler tonight, maybe.
Well, it could get interesting. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to the Orion Effect right here on the R.I.F.T Nation Network. Seen all over all social networks. We want to make this comment and make sure you understand that this show is a live show at this present time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on your major platforms. That is November 2nd, 2025. I want to make sure we say that because a lot of people think our shows are uploaded. Really, they're not. This show is uploaded and archived after the show.
I
This
think
right
I think the only recorded show since I've been doing the show with you with what is pushing 3 or 4 years now was when we had someone from the UK and we had Carl Hutchison. That's the only time we had a
Hey,
recorded show.
everybody. Did y'all hear what she just said? Maybe
3 or 4 years.
4
Like
years.
it's yeah.
This is your anniversary month of 4 years solid.
Yeah.
Yes, congratulations. I wasn't going to say anything till 2 weeks from now.
Well, you
But,
can say something 2 weeks from now because I'll forget.
It's okay. I probably will. But
I'll
yeah,
probably
it's
forget, but
Rhonda has been with us for 4 solid years. She's been the solid hostess of the show. So I am so thankful that she has come aboard. So happy anniversary coming up to you.
yay. I couldn't remember when I started. Was it November? Like I don't even remember. It's just
November.
become such a norm now. It's like I don't even know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it was November of 2021.
Nice.
That was really cool. It's the same year, unfortunately, that the whole ticker went, I'm hurt, I'm cramping, I'm putting you in the hospital type time.
Yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, same where we lost Sheila Gay. So, but in memories of her, rest in peace, my dear, and to Susan and everybody else, to Kevin Malik. Miss you guys. So we've got a really great show for you all this evening. Our friends, our brothers from another mother.
But before we do that, let's not forget to congratulate my co-host here, who is newly engaged.
Oh my!
Yay!
Stop! You're gonna make me blush. Yeah. It's been an interesting week. Good in a lot of good ways. Let me say that. Yep. We did get engaged on Wednesday night. We were in the middle of the rain. I was like the mailman. Nothing's stopping me. When I get my mind on something, it's over. I'm doing it. So the poor thing, love her to death. Thank you. Dealt with the weather. Had no idea what was up. I told her I just wanted to go up there because it's our anniversary too. When we first went out, I had no idea. She thought we were just doing pictures. I went up there. I was like, all right, hold on a second. And then I did our thing right there underneath the star right here in the Star City, Roanoke, the largest man-made star in the world. It was just been a roller coaster ever since. We've been having a great time. So thank you for, bringing that up. Yeah. What about you? What have you been doing and what's going on?
I spent the last weekend relaxing because it is on the go the next 2 weekends for me.
Yeah.
Next Saturday we'll be at Tala. We're actually going Friday night so we can do some exploring on Saturday before we investigate. And then I will be the last paranormal lockdown at Belle Grove for 2025 the following Saturday. So
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, so it's gonna be 2 weeks back to back. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
You should be. It's going to be a really good time for you. It's going to progress all the way into 2026. Now, before we go any further, we are in the November countdown has started. What's going to happen this month, folks? Are we going to see something? Are we going to wake up to something? Are we going to acknowledge something? Are we going to see that the government's full of shit? What are we going to see this month? Are we going to see that Atlas III supposedly is an alien ship coming to destroy us? Yeah, okay. Or is it visitors? Or is it just a projection to do more? We're going to find out and more this month. This month is the month. Oh, no, 2012. Ah! Anyway, that's not saying that something is not going to happen. But I don't think it's going to be what you think it is. That is what my intuition is telling me. That's what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm going with. What's your drop on that one, Rhonda?
I mean, this year has been full of these things, right? So we had the rapture that was going to happen, and that was a non-event. So many different things this year have been like this big thing is going to happen, and then nothing happened. So I really feel like it's nothing because I truly believe any of that stuff we're not going to know.
Yeah.
We're not going to know ahead of time.
And that's with you saying that's exactly a good point. Did something really not happen? or did it happen? We just don't know about it.
Right. That's true too.
This is
Always
one
a
of those
possibility.
moments. Right. Look at you. You're going back to your 20s. Good Lord. Look at you.
What?
Woohoo!
Oh,
This is all changing. You're shrinking down.
I am shrinking. I am definitely shrinking.
Look
So.
at your hair. Look at you. I think there's a guy in your life. I feel
There is not a guy in my life.
Okay.
This is just what being happy finally looks like. So,
Amen. It is about fucking time.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, the truer words have not been spoken. I have the most excellent friend group. I'm doing everything I love. I've got a good job. I'm in a good place right now. Really good place.
That's the way it should be. I have felt like I have been on a 6 weeks vacational hiatus.
I bet that's been hard.
It has, but hasn't. I felt like I needed it, but on the other side, I was just ready to get going. This week I start with Johnson & Johnson.
Ooh,
Dun, dun,
that's so
dun.
exciting for you.
Yeah, I work in their medical department.
Very cool.
Very cool, especially with the better.
I know.
Yeah, with her and her OT. So
See, the universe wanted to just get you there to make it happen, not it to happen before you got there.
Exactly. Well, I'll be dealing with specific kits for doctors, also with amputees and electronics.
Oh, that's cool.
Getting them out there and organizing and inventorying and controlling the flow here in Roanoke. So really excited about that. So let me hand this over to you because how is it? Hold on. Stop. Let's take a look and listen. Is there something going on tonight? Is there an awards? Is there just something Sunday night?
I don't know. We had a bunch of people here and then that stopped showing. So I don't know if it's just a glitch, but if you're in here, say hello. Hello, Cindy Weghorn, Ronnie Anderson, and Michael Brooks, and Kevin. Good to see y'all. But there were people, and then it kind of went down, and then it's weird. But no, I don't think there's anything specific going on tonight. Oh, I know what it is. The time change. Everybody's in bed.
Oh, crap. Right. This would be some
Everybody's feeling dragging. They're in bed because it's dark.
Dun, dun, dun. Wake up! Wake up! We have a great show. Again, we were talking about our brothers. We'll be coming on within just a second. We're going to be talking with them about everything and all things spiritual and paranormal.
And Heidi. Hey, Heidi.
Heidi's in the house. Heidi Gould, just so for everybody knows. So, ladies and gentlemen, returning back to the show, Chris and Greg from Shadows Abound. These guys have been on projects, working on things, doing investigating, going to new places, creating new things. It's just amazing what these guys constantly do and working full time and their families. So we know they deserve to get that props. But tonight we're going to talk to them about that just very thing and a little bit more. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the crew known as Shadows Abound Paranormal in the house.
Woohoo!
Hello. Hey, guys.
What's going on, brothers?
Nothing much. How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Kind of just doing it good, man. Just making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to stay chill and be in the good vibes.
Yeah, there's no.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's good to see you so happy, though. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, both you guys happy and good vibes. Congratulations to being engaged on an anniversary. That's cool planning on your part, being the guy,
Yeah.
romantic guy,
Tried. Make sure it happened, but made it in the rain.
Yeah.
Made it in the rain. Yeah. Stop. So.
Hey, but you got it done, though.
Yeah. It was supposed to happen a year ago, as all y'all know, but we had some technical difficulties with that one. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. I looked at Christmas. No. Looked at New Year's. No. And I was like, I'm doing it this year on this day. This is when it's going to happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
happen, just so everybody knows that Sarah is a part of our conglomerate whole team, which is ASPS, which Shadows Abound is a conglomerate thereof.
Yes.
And Rhonda, hopefully we can get you working with us a little bit this year.
Sure. Just let me know.
Yay.
As long as there's that FPRI stuff on the books, I'm available.
We will see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So, guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you taking your time and being here.
Of course. We're always happy to be here.
We love the opportunity. So,
well, let's get a little goofy. Let's get a little fun. Let's get a little happiness. Let's get into some sun, if you will. If you will. I got to get, you know what? I got to get some Craig Ferguson in here. I really do. I got to get some Craig Ferguson waves. It's going to be perfect. Anyway, so, guys, what have you been doing? What's been up for the last 2 years? It's been 2 years.
I can't believe it's been 2 years. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Felt like it was, I don't know, like 5 months ago.
I feel like someone snapped their fingers and it was boom.
And yeah, it definitely felt like that. And it just crazy. Oh yeah, it definitely felt like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, NASCAR. Dang.
Yeah, we're in the house, right? Drag's going on. So tell me, guys, talk to us. Tell us what. I know y'all have been working on a project. I know for a fact you have.
We're working on some stuff.
A couple of big stuff. Yeah.
We've been kind of trying to build the group up a little bit more as far as our social media presence and our merchandise and being able to reach out more. And we're kind of gearing up for next year. We want to start trying to get out to events as far as like getting a table out there and being able to, meet some thousands of people coming by and going to events. We got to go out to, it was a Nightmare Con a couple years back, but we didn't have like a table or anything like that. We just had our podcast there. So, we're trying to actually get a table. So do a couple events next year or something like that.
Nice.
We're working on kind of that stuff right now. But we're still working on, our podcast topics and places we want to go to and stuff. So I actually got to meet Rhonda recently. Went out to Belle Grove. That was pretty nice. Oh, yeah.
You made it out there, did you?
I did. Save, another one of our crew members, he was there with me. So he got to experience a lot of new stuff, which I was proud of him for doing,
He did really great.
Oh, yeah. He's
he
not
stepped out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, he's not usually shy, but he does have a little bit of standoffishness somewhat with certain things. But that night he was like, I'll try anything. I don't care. So,
and I regret not being able to go. I'm sorry, Rhonda.
That's okay.
I transitioned from one job to a better job. So now it unlocks more paranormal ability, I guess you could say.
That's okay. We're going to be doing it all again next year. So anytime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think next year is going to be really good. Really good for everybody getting together and doing a lot more stuff next year.
Yeah, I mean,
so too.
For Shadows Abound, we were like, Greg was trying to lean on me on how to write more serious, more mature style. And I don't mean mature like crazy content. I meant like more serious talking on topics related for our podcast. So there was the idea being thrown around that like, could we talk about what aspects make up Skinwalker Ranch and what are some of the phenomenon related and turn that into a docu. So
y'all really going to start diving a little bit into history and locations, not necessarily what you do, but into those areas and those things that interest you.
Yeah, I was trying to draw lines and make the dots connect, so to speak, through more than one phenomenon and why one and why it happens kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, Chris is more of I wouldn't say, historian kind of guy and conspiracy guy. And he wants to dive into that stuff a little bit more. And for me, I'm more of like the techie, I edit, I want to direct, I want to have like my vision pushed out. So if we can put it together and have something really awesome come from that, his side of it, his vision, my side of my vision, I think we could do some pretty dope stuff. So we're trying to lean more into that kind of stuff and not just like you were saying, how we investigate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's a smart move. I really do. And I think it's going to help you guys grow with, because not many know how you guys investigate, and your background But I think Rhonda found out that
No, I loved it
Yeah.
because Greg is like me. It's hard to do in a public investigation, but I'm all about like we get something happening. It's like, okay, let's try this. Like, let's add to it. Let's add a little more to it and see what we're getting. Like, you know me. I'll be doing a scrying session and be like, let's run an EVP at the same time. And Greg was like, hey, I'm gonna go in this room and you do STs in here and let's see what we're getting. And that's how I operate. So we would investigate really well.
see, we're getting into it. That's what I was talking about. We're going to dive into their bones tonight. Yeah, boy.
Well, I will say when we went to Bell Grove, we were put with a group that I think it was like 4 or 5 people, but they never investigated ever. They were all new.
Yeah,
perfect.
And half of them were like, I don't believe in anything, whatever. So we
will. Yeah. So the vibe. I mean, if it wasn't for you and Zab, like the vibe was so low because they just sat there.
Yeah. You'd be like, "Go try this." Like, I'm good. So we were like, let's get some stuff going because there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of energy changes. There's a lot of things. Walking around, sitting there, there's stuff talking to us all night long, and we had lights going off left and right. So we had a lot of stuff going on. So
very cool. I think when you're reaching out and getting to those locations, those places, and as we as a group, as a whole, a community, are able to get to these places, it really encourages more concept, more freedom, like you two were just talking about. Especially with crews like Everywhere, like Hill City Paranormal, like Transcend, like ASPS, like you guys. There's so many groups and factions out there in today's world that we're able to, if we open our minds, freely trade information back and forth and help each other grow.
Yeah, fellowship. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Networking is very big in this community, I will say. And, honestly, when we first started doing this in the way that we didn't realize how many people were out there and how many new people were popping up as we were meeting, people that have been in the community for so long. We've met a lot of people that just started up like last year, who were like 5 months ago, and they've already started getting the following going, and they've been to places that we haven't been, and so it's like you could pick each other's brain, and they pick up off your experience, you pick off where they've gone. It's nice to network. It's nice to have a community like that.
Absolutely. I had to leave that up there, Rhonda. You want to read that?
Hello from the bunker in Bon Air, Virginia. Oh, the twins. Oh boy, sorry, happy. Why does he call y'all the twins?
Had to put up there because that's just Robert. He's always called them from day one the twins. Wherever we go out and the whole team's together, he's like, they're twins. I'm like, you talking about Bishop and Wright? Yeah. I'm like, okay, I gotcha. And he's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. Thank y'all for being here.
We missed a few people. So we've got Robert and Heidi and who else? Michelle Wilfong. Haunted Apartment. Y'all should check her out.
That's right.
That girl, Lois Clark. Thank y'all for joining in.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And look, we get more and more. So people must know we're out now. They're 14. They're waking up. Hi. It's 7:24 now. It's not 8:24. Hi. Okay. So we're here with Greg and Chris from Shadows Abound. For those who are just tuning in. So with all of this taking place, the fact that we're now seeing teams working more and more together and becoming like, quad teams, et cetera, et cetera. The thing about you guys, this is what I wanted to bring out, is most teams are downright paranormal. Okay, it's either all paranormal or they're like, oh, it's into the science. Okay, guilty. Or they're in that groove this way. You guys are solidly in your spiritual. They are definitely a spiritual team, and you don't see that very often anymore. It's more of everybody's either a ghost hunter or they are a part of a semi-professional team, if you will. I'm going to use that word. Or they're just getting started and they can learn. Chris and Greg are completely different. They investigate different, communicate different. They research different. Spending some time with them, you would see they are a different breed. And respect that part of it.
I mean, I can't speak for Greg, but like for me, it's like, I guess that's happening. I don't know why it's happening. I'm just trying to be myself. Like I unlocked an ability I didn't know I had. I don't know. I'm not striving for that. I'm just trying to be comfortable with being with myself.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. You bring your personality to the table, and that's what people pick up on. That's how Ed and I met. Our two personalities clinked. With him. So it's the way we do stuff. It is a little bit different. Like you said, and we actually cherish that, and we try to find more ways of how we can be ourselves and do the things our way to not only teach people and give them an experience, but also to gain experience through us doing more. And I think that says a lot about us, is that we're willing to teach others and willing to network and willing to, speak with others about locations and knowledge. And, we seek that from other people too, and y'all know, it's like, y'all help us out, we help you out. And we live by that.
Right.
I think that opens a lot of doors, and it grows you into the community and grows the community.
I'm going to go with that. Growing the community.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, I really do, because we all live together in one city or another, one state or another. I think that's a really good point. If we can do that much in a larger, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. I got together with Sean and Ronnie, and we were just chit chatting. Now that's Sean Elliott from Hill City and Ronnie Anderson, who's in the house. Bedford Paranormal. What? Not problem. Talking with the guys. And, one of the things that we were talking about was, it would be nice for two things. A, we all get along and work together in the field.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that we all have our own opinions. This is in fact. We just respect the opinions.
Yeah.
Well, you see what happens, and I'm not going to say anything really, but you see what happens when the opposite happens. Locations get shut down, things get torn apart, people break up, things stop. Yeah. And that can ruin a schedule for multiple people, like people planning on going to a location, now they can't go to it. It happens. So it's like, why is somebody wanting to pick and say, hey, we're the popular group, or hey, we have our hands on this, not y'all. And it's like, why don't everybody just work together? We just build something together. And because that's what we want to do, is teach people, in essence, right? We don't want to sit here and be like, I know everything, you don't. Like, that's not a way to live.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep doing what I know over and over again. I want to learn something new. I want to be like, hey, what's he doing that's different from my thing? Is it working better for him? How do I involve that with my stuff? And does that level me up,
Yeah.
So.
I've got to explain something that Robert just said. He's calling you the Alert 5. Basically, you are ASPS's Alert 5. Alert 5 means that's ready to go at any moment, any time. You call these two, they got our back. They're out. They will handle it. Going out with some of the teams, and they get us back here and they go, hey, this is what's going on. So, Robert, it's a good point. They are our Alert 5. It's kind of like, you ever heard of the Alert 5 on the aircraft that's on the airfields?
Yeah.
These guys are our Alert 5 there.
Thank you for that, Robert.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. So with this, let me ask y'all, because again, I'm going to move forward a little bit with that conversation that I had with the guys. Wouldn't it be nice if we were able to get a location, and Rhonda, you might remember this, get a location strictly for the paranormal teams to get together and have a true paranormal convention, not an expo. We're not bringing the public in. This is only for the paranormal community societies to work together, deliver and share information and do more for each other, strengthening our community to help the public more, because we see the decrease in public need.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys
I like that. And the need for the public to reach out for help could be two things. Could be they're afraid of just taking them steps to reach out, or not a lot is happening.
Yeah. Now,
You could do something with that too, where you could have, paranormal investigators basically step in front of others and kind of tell them a little bit about themselves and kind of what they get into and have their style of doing things and stuff like that. And that way, other paranormal investigators who might be nervous to talk to somebody or whatever can sit down and listen to that and ask questions. And you can have multiple people do that, and you have different experiences and stuff like that. So,
Agreed.
could be
I'll
fun.
tell you one thing else. I'm going to bring this up. Uh-oh. I'm about to get a little hitmanish here, but I'm going to do it anyway.
No.
So I think this would help with the field itself. You're right. Opening the communication better, getting people to know each other better, kind of wiping the front porch of drama away. Because this is the other thing I'm going to say real quick, is there's too much personal issues brought in to this field. I don't like this person, or this person treated this person bad, or their relationship. I'm on his time and I'm her time. It's not needed anymore. Don't bring in your personal stuff into the field. There's drama that's not needed anymore. So, this gives an opportunity for those people to go, you know what? I heard bad things about you, but let me make my own opinion of you.
Right.
Well, when you cut people off because of personalities or the way they do things or blah, 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 you only create smaller circles. To create smaller circles, a lot less stuff is going to happen. You're not going to have the ability to go out and do, like I said, locations and stuff like that. Because we have, you and I have personally talked, and you being Chris and all that, about certain people and things that we look at and we're like, well, why did that happen? Why? We're sitting there scratching our head.
Right.
But, it comes down to, hey, now we can't go to that place.
Yeah.
And the end result always seems the same.
Or like a lot of us are like, you look at a place to go to that you have to pay to get in, and they're drastically high priced. The way that gets cut is having a larger group come out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Come together and share the bill together. Now all of us can go. Now our ability to have that new adventure is unlocked. And if you cut off your fellowship, that makes that harder to do.
Bravo. Well said.
Yeah.
It is well said with that. That was a great remark, because that leads back into the whole conversation of what we were referring to as far as groups working with groups and people working with people. Getting a convention together like this would open those dates. Those dates? Open those dates. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go with that. Open those gates. And allow teams within that state to know who they are. I mean, for God's sakes, there's 256 teams in Virginia. When we started, and that being ASPS started, there's only 15 teams maybe in this state. That was in 2011, 2012. Here we are at 256 teams. Good God, holy mother of God,
Smaller circles.
And we don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah.
Right.
So giving us the opportunity, everybody, to do something like that. And then maybe take it on a larger scale down the road. Make it a national thing. Said, hey, if you can afford it, you want to be here, you want to be with a like-minded people, or those people who have agenda to want to do more and better for the field, come on out.
Yeah, I like that.
I think a lot of these conventions had that intent to begin with, but they lost their purpose. That's right. That's right, motherfuckers. I just said it. You lost your purpose. So I'm going with it.
They can get lost in the dollar sign. Let's face it. They get lost in the sign first. Yeah.
Money and control.
Yeah.
Well,
Money controls.
I will say, I can speak on myself. I don't know about him, but I'm sure he feels the same way. I feel like one of the reasons why we joined ASPS or agreed to was the whole feeling of being able to look at other different people's styles and do the whole, hey, I'll teach you things, you teach me things, and we grow, and we could bounce off of other people and see how things are done. Because the location that we went to the first time, we saw a lot of stuff that we don't do, and a lot of people asking us questions like, why do you do it that way, or what's this, or what equipment do you use, or why do you use it like that? So it's like we gained a lot of knowledge doing that. And I think that like you said, if you have it on a bigger scale, you know what you can gain.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. I mean, before us connecting with ASPCS, like I don't think I would have come up with the idea to try an Estes method with Trails Abound. I didn't think that was going to be a thing at all. I thought we were just going to stay just talking to the spirit box, trying to catch EVPs, a very basic analog way, and then that adventure unlocked something new. So,
the ability to grow, trying new things, trying new experiments, like you experienced with Rhonda at FBRI, and I'm sure you will with other teams such as Bedford, Hill City, Transcend, the teams in this area, RVA Paranormal. You get around and start to know these people, get to know these people. You find out that we have a lot more in common than you think, and we are able to grow from that and let go of other things. So the growth is there.
Yeah.
So, getting in the field and researching with each other. Rhonda, I'm going to let you read that one.
Yeah, and before that, there were a few of us would just get group of friends and roll out for ghost investigation and UFO stuff and Bigfoot searches in the mountains.
He's right. That was the 90s.
Bigfoot.
Some of us even almost got arrested.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more of that back then, almost getting arrested.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on another show. That ought to be Wonders of the Paranormal.
I've been there trying to figure out how you can talk your way out and being extra polite with police officers.
Yeah, isn't that a great thing? You're like, wait, do you hear that? Oh, it's a police officer. Crap.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a cop.
It's the chain and his flashlight jingling. I got to
Hey,
stop.
I'm counting 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 police cars. Wow, something's going on. They're all for you.
They're all for me.
Hey, last night going around, there was a lot of police activity yesterday, and like him and I were driving around a couple places, and we were like counting cop cars on, in Henrico on one of the streets. And I was like, that's 11 cop cars. And we looked over there, there's like 5 cop cars over there. But it was like many different things we drove by. I don't know why. It was like, it's a weird night.
Yeah, very weird.
What was going on last night?
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people are into that 30th to the 31st. But last night, yesterday was a really unique time. I agree with you guys. That's some crazy shit that happened yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to say, history would say that it's those 3 days. It takes a day and a half just to open what veil opens, and another day and a half just for the same veil to close again. So
that's true.
See, there you go. That's the kind of stuff that people don't understand or know, and that's why we need to get together and talk more. We need to have more conversations and more conventions to open that idea so people have more knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, definitely.
It's also, cover each other's backs and stuff too, know.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to have that backup. You should always have a backup. Always. Hey, Miss M. So, I mean, that's why I encourage everybody. We always run in packs. Nobody ever runs singularly unless we're spreading out in the group and spreading out away from each other a little bit. But there's always 2 people on a team. And it's safety and evidence.
Yeah,
go hand in hand. So, guys, let's keep this moving.
Yeah,
keep it moving. So, let's talk about some of your more favorite locations that y'all have done in the last 2 years. What did it make your top of the list? How did it make the top of your list? Why did it make the top of your list?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely the major location with Hill City. That's one.
Oh, yeah, that would be old. Yep. Old City Cemetery. Yeah.
Then I would say probably number 2 would be this guy being lucky to go hang out with Rhonda. Again, I wanted to go there. And then I would say our previous endeavors at the major cemetery in Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood. Yeah. We go back most of the time, and there's always a reason why
the one that should not be named.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. It's just kind of big.
Sorry.
That's what she said.
There's always a reason why there's an opportunity where we can and do go back. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be my top 3, and then the fourth one would be one I hope to go to. Would probably be St. Albans.
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
So you coming down my way, huh? Coming soon?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to investigate in Roanoke and Staunton. So.
Well, you know what? Get a list, man. The Roanoke team is starting to grow, and we will need some backup, and we got places that we're going to be checking out. So
Yeah,
we'd be down.
Definitely.
And we got other members, so we could bring Save and David along.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say our new guy Save, he lives in Petersburg, so we're going to try to use him to unlock places in Petersburg. So
sure,
that's cool.
Petersburg is Richmond's sister city. So
yeah,
down
the Tri-Cities. So there is.
I would say, well, recently I went to Pittsburgh. So I'm a Packers fan, so I went to the Packers and Steelers game Sunday Night Football last week. I took my oldest with me, and just driving around during the day. The next day, there was a lot of really cool places around, and the paranormal investigator in me was like, "It's a cemetery. That's abandoned. What is that? That's a hill. That looks pretty. Look over there." Just like William Shatner for a while. So honestly, Pittsburgh to me, being through there, I really want to go back. There's a haunted place probably, I want to say 9 hours from Richmond up in Pennsylvania. And it's like the Sisters something cemetery. And it's supposed to be like a portal to hell tree that stays there. The witches have basically opened up. And so the story goes. So one day I'd like to go out there and check that place out, especially going to Pittsburgh and seeing how that place looks.
It's really weird that y'all just bring that up. And Rhonda, if you would go ahead and read that.
Hold on, let me scroll up just a second so I can see the whole thing. Okay, there is a legend in a town, Stoll, Kansas, that claims to be one of the 7 portals to hell. Back in the day, the schools talked about this, but the devil himself is supposed to appear on Hallows Eve in the cemetery, with a burned down church. There are many references to this town with documented experiences. One is that the Pope back in the 90s refused to fly over Stoll.
Wow. There's a good link for you, boys.
Thank you for pointing that out. We'll definitely look at that.
Yeah.
I would say also going to Belgrove was a new experience for me. That place was pretty awesome. I like to go back, and I was kind of talking to Rhonda while I was there about what do you have to do to get a private investigation. I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon. But going back,
that's out of our control, but it's a big different endeavor. But and that's one. I mean, when we do Publix, we spring out a whole lot of things that we don't always do when we're doing our own investigations. But I think we do open up some things that people maybe have never done before, like the human pendulum and table tipping and things like that. So it was really cool. You guys didn't judge and you just jumped in and tried it out.
Yeah, I mean there was sometimes I like the table tipping thing. I've never done that before, so I was kind of like, what is this? I was like, I don't understand this. How do I understand this? But I was just like, screw it, let's try it. Yeah. So, which I'm not usually like that.
so that comes from the age of spiritualism,
Yeah.
1910.
Yeah. But most of the time, I'm kind of looking at things like, okay, I was taught this, I'm learning this. This is what I researched personally. Like, this is what I'm comfortable with. But that night, I was like, let's try everything that we can. There's some things that were opened up and offered. So, a little voice in my head was like, it's okay, try it out. So,
yeah. We wouldn't try anything we thought was not going to be. A lot of times when it's not a group like that, we'll do things like set EDIs and things on the table to see if we're getting anything kind of cool. What was cool there you did get to witness is we had a friend of ours there was testing out a piece of equipment he had built, which was like an SLS camera. So they were seeing things in his built SLS while we were doing that, which was pretty cool. But we had a really good Howie, you've been there. So we were in the library and we decided to do STs in the library and in the bedroom adjoining that was right next to it. So it was kind of cool because some of the responses were definitely the same or intertwined, if you will.
Now, did you guys use an official SP7 or were you using a different device for it?
One was an SP7. I think they were both SP7s.
Okay.
No, maybe not.
So I will say, for me, we've been on the show before, so we don't really have to go into all of our gifts and everything. But in the spiritual sense, the whole reason I wanted to try that was because there was an angry female in that room that did not want me in there, or any kind of men in particular whatsoever. And so I was like, all right, this opens up an opportunity. Who is this person? Why does she not want us in here? What's going on with this? And then it was just like, I was feeling a lot of like anger and issues going on with like certain things. The energy was just off in that room. And we got some weird stuff while we were in there. And a lot of the answers were coming from the library, like she's saying, that went along with what was going on in the bedroom. So us trying that, I remember you saying, like, we've never done this before. Like, this is pretty cool that we're getting this, because when you go to a place like that, and Ed knows, they could do the same 5 things. We're going to be the group that's like, let's try this instead, because I don't think we've tried it yet. Or we'll ask. And if you haven't tried it yet, well, let's try it. We're here. Why not?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you want to see things new. You want to push boundaries to a certain extent. You don't want to go too over. And I think us doing that night, that night, it unlocked some stuff that, you guys didn't experience, and it was a new experience for us. So it's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm all for that. Like on my team, I think that, I don't know if Mike can say, like we start trying something, even if we're getting results, I'm like, all right, let's add one more thing. We've got mirror scrying and dowsing rods matching. Let's add in an EVP. Let's see or have somebody do STs. Let's push it and see how far we can take this. Yeah,
because Save and I, at the end of the night, we went back into, I guess it was the guest house or whatever that is.
Yeah, the caretaker's house.
So we went live on TikTok, and we were trying a couple things. We're in pod, and we were trying the spirit box, all that kind of stuff. And being in there was really cool, because before we did that, there were other things like you were hearing footsteps above you when everybody was there doing the public investigation. You heard footsteps above you. You heard a couple voices. You heard things going off. And so we were like, why don't you and I go back when nobody's in there and set up shop and test some stuff and see what we get. And sure enough, we had footsteps above us again. We had things getting played with and moved right in front of us on a table. I mean, we even heard like right next to us, as in like he was annoyed that we were in there asking questions.
So y'all heard an audible.
Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, that's one of the coolest things to experience, in my opinion, but also the freakiest, because it's like when you hear something without equipment that's as clear as day and it's right next to you, it like your goosebumps stand up.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is real. This is happening.
Yeah.
There's
no, did you hear that? You both just go, holy shit. Like,
and it doesn't matter if you're experienced or not.
Yeah.
Any and all investigators are going to have that happen, I feel.
I feel like when you're a seasoned investigator, when it happens, it really throws you off guard.
Yeah.
You are so, like the one that got me, it was literally last month at Sage Paracon. Paracon hadn't even started. Nobody's investigating. Everybody's setting up, in the back rooms and stuff. And I'm sitting on the couch and I hear, listen, woman's voice, listen. And I sit there for a minute and I'm like, Tasha, did you just say listen? And she's like, no. And she's like, and I can barely hear her where she's at. Say no. So I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go now.
It has begun.
I always have a thought process about your brain having a habit of hearing certain things. So like for me, I've heard my son for 13 years now, say my name, the way he says it, or, calls my name out or whatever. And, your significant other, you hear her say something to you. So I've come home before by myself, and I've had nights where I've gone upstairs and I hear, hey, Dad. And I'm like, is Max upstairs? Like, what? Like you sit there and you think about it and you're like, am I hearing something in the spirit, or is it my brain hearing something like an echo? Because I've also now, the only other time that I've been freaked out personally was I went upstairs and we have a bathroom that goes straight up from steps, and our office is to the right upstairs. And by myself, walking up the steps, doors open, I hear, hey, just like that, female voice that I've never heard before. And I looked at the room, the light was off, the door was open. I said, nah, I gotta pee, not right now. And I just went to the bathroom. But that freaked me out, because I was like, that's not a voice I'm used to. So then you're like, that is something,
Mhm.
you know? So it's like, I've always had that thought process is, does your brain have echoes to where you hear a sound you've heard for so long? Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Can we have pareidolia of memory thought, not just vision?
Right.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know, the other thing is, are we having a small seizure? And
Right.
this is the thing that we don't.
Or is it just residual because it's happened so many times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sound frequencies, we don't know when we could just be watching the news too loud, or we have white noise from electronics in the background and we fell asleep with it on. That affects your brain too. So
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like
It's-
a cell phone buzzing in your pocket too when it's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
You know.
you don't have it in your pocket, but suddenly on your thigh where the pocket is, you feel it vibrating, but you don't have it on you.
Right. You know, that goes back to the whole mystic arm, the shadow arm or shadow leg thing. When those amputees, they feel like the arm or the leg is still there.
Still there. Yeah.
Yeah, phantom limb pain. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
my dad is actually amputated from the right knee down. And I can tell you, he talks about that a lot. He's like, my leg's hurting today. I was like, Dad, you don't have a leg.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Where's the leg at? Is it moving around? Is it walking up the street? Yeah. Pop, pop, pop.
Mhm.
Right. I mean, these are valid points. This is the stuff that we need to apply. More people need to understand
Yeah.
that all this needs to be applied when you're in a field. You can't just say it's paranormal.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Even though by definition
Like-
it is,
But I think it like the hearing thing is you've just got to trust it when it happens, and I think that's what's hard to do. My teammate John, I think he's getting better about trusting hearing it because a lot of times if he hears it, I hear it, or Kim hears it, or somebody else hears it. But he was talking about how the reason we haven't investigated in a month is because Belgrove was a haunted hotel, and it's really like it was a haunted house. You know, people were coming and paying money to do a spooky house, right? So he, a couple of nights, was like one of the characters that was in the various rooms. And he said that one night when he was dressed up, he heard in his ear, "Hey, John." So it's like, and he, you've got to trust it. I think the other thing that I've noticed, at least from my spiritual gifts, is I had to learn when it's my voice or when it's somebody else's voice. And you really have to me, some people can say, where did you hear the voice in your head? Like if you sit there and you say your own name with your eyes closed, where in your head do you hear that?
Yeah.
Without saying it out loud. Some people use that method. For me, I have to really rely on, does it sound like how I would talk?
Right.
Is it my diction? Is it my vocabulary? And that's how I can kind of determine, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
right. That's a good point, Rhonda. That's a really damn good point.
Yeah.
First, before we go any further, Sean Elliott is in the house. Sean Elliott from Hill City Paranormal. He's got his own podcast out there too. We want to acknowledge the man is in the house out with us. Thanks, Sean.
It's the next Saturday night with him and Courtney.
There
I'm
you
excited.
go. Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah, they're good
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, they
We're
are.
actually going to be at the Paranormal Circus. So,
I would love to do that too.
so bringing that up, I want to ask you guys, if this situation, and then see your opinion on this, since you're always bringing this up, what if an individual has a home that they're renting, and in that house, there's just 3 people, 2 adults and a child about 8 years old, and it's going to be about 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's gone to bed. The bedroom's in the back of the house. The child's room is in the front of the house. So this is a living room split into kitchen. It's a C version.
Okay.
So it's in a C. And as the couple's laying there, the male's name is clearly called out. Now, let me give you the scenario. The male's mother was there prior during the day and had been there overnight because of a hurricane that had came through.
Okay.
So she was taken back to her home about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, came back. The gentleman came back to the house. And then, of course, through the night, everything was fine. But then that night, they hear both the male and female both hear clearly the mother's voice calling the male's name. Think
Well,
about that.
You go first. You go first.
I
if you
mean,
want.
what's popping in my head is, you're going. You said it was a hurricane that happened.
The hurricane had just come through.
So you got trauma, you got stress, you got anxiety, you got doubt in what's going on in life. You got worry. That leaves an impression, even if it's a short-term impression. That's. I mean, think about. I'll share something that's kind of private but public, I guess. So my grandmother just passed away, this month or last month. Sorry.
Again,
And-
sorry about that, brother.
I appreciate it, but she was like a light in everybody's life in our family. A lot of love, a lot of care, and seeing her pass away, that dwindles. That candle goes out. But I also had kidney stone surgery and some other stuff that kind of just piled on, and it just seemed like a whole lot was happening. And when you go through that in your life, where it's like stress and worries, and am I gonna be able to pay my bills? Am I gonna be able to take care of this and do that? It leaves an impression, and it does stuff to your life. So I mean, even something like a hurricane, or somebody loses a job or something like that, it takes a lot of your energy, and it just kind of throws it out in the air. So that could be the worry and stress of, hey, I just dropped my mom back off. Is she doing okay? Like that could be sitting around, or it could be something trying to pluck a string at you because it knows you're having issues in life.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point too.
And I was going to say, like, my first couple questions would be, is this the first time that has ever happened before? Can you say this experience has happened more than twice? And
Right,
then-
kind of like if it has activity or not.
yeah. And then number two would be, what kind of day was it right before the hurricane? Were they all excitable, having fun, laughing, that kind of thing with family? And then the thought about the storm creating the hurricane happens, and then it's right after they drop the grandmother off. What are people's perspective right after that point? Because a lot of worry, a lot of fear can cause a lot of anxiety.
Sure.
Did they get enough sleep the day before? What was going on the day before that this was happening this night at 1 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
But you also got to think too. We always say like, hey, investigate numbers because you have a witness, or hey,
Right.
if what does the scripture say? If there's more than two people here, God's in the presence, or whatever.
Yep.
However that saying goes. Numbers mean power. Numbers mean a lot, but it also can revert to the other side of things. So the more stress, the more anxiety from a lot of people getting pulled. Like if the household, you have a bunch of people there, they all start arguing, or stuff happens, or this is having a bad day, it pours into this person. Now that person's attitude has changed because your attitude is there. Same thing can happen in the spirit.
Cascading effect, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can pull a lot of negative, a lot of anger, a lot of stress, whatever, and then now it's just imprinted in your area. It's
And then a storm like that too, so that ionized the whole atmosphere for 30 miles around the area for 24 hours, I believe they say. So there's that.
yeah.
There you go. Well, guys, we're unfortunately at the top of the hour. We are here. That's
We're
the fastest damn show.
here.
Well, let's take that opportunity. We've had so many guests that on. We were just like, hey, we want you to come back. Guys, we've got to talk more. We got to get into this. You guys want to jump in 2026 with us and
Of
do
course.
some chit chatting a little bit here in the future?
Yeah, let's do it.
You need like a 4-hour show with us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was fast. I didn't know it was an hour already,
Go so fast, indeed it does.
I do got a question for you. What were you
Sure.
drinking in your coffee cup?
Coffee.
Coffee.
I'm telling you, all I'm doing is drinking coffee right now, but I will show you the coffee cup I got. Let me see if I can make it happen.
I hate it when they do that.
Oh, that's cool. I see
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Violence.
I slept like shit. So today I will be choosing a violence.
I
I
just
got
have
that for
copper.
sure. So,
I just
oh,
have-
there it is.
I bet you can't. I'll give you 2 guesses. What am I drinking?
Moscow Mule.
Nope.
Wait. Well, it's not in a can, so it
Not
can't be one of those damn energy drinks.
I drank one of those before this. It's purple.
Oh, okay.
Purple Crush. That's all it is.
It's what?
Purple Crush.
Purple Crush.
Okay. That's funny you bring that up. This week I was thinking about a cherry smash. Oh, how bad I'm missing a cherry smash. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm just big on Waterloo. So that's what you saw me drinking is Waterloo, the lemon lime.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
You know what? An ice cold Diet Coke does always taste pretty good.
Yeah. Nothing's better than a regular Coke. When you're having a rough day, a fountain regular Coke is the best.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, let's close this up. Let's close this up, guys. Where can people find y'all? And then we're going to do our closing thoughts here, Rhonda and I. But where can people find you? What do you got going on? Let's get you out there.
So we have started doing some merchandise. So if you go, we have it right now set up on bonfire.com. If you go on there and look at our name, you'll see some shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, stuff like that we have trying to support the channel. And on there, we do have our links for Facebook. We have our link for YouTube and also TikTok. We finally got TikTok over 1,000, so we're trying to grow that a little bit more. So that's a milestone for us. We're trying to grow more of our social media presence. We're growing and learning at the same time, so we're trying to build and do a little bit bigger every time with something. So TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook right now, and Bonfire. We're going to try and do more things like hats and different merchandise.
I don't know if you can see it, but this hat right here is a prototype. That's our top there. So
there it is. I like it. I like it.
Working on things. And like I said, we're trying to build up and grow and grind for 2026. So we're going to try and go to events, go to more public things, and kind of get our name out there more. We're here to grow and gain knowledge. So we want to do it a little bit bigger in 2026.
Oh, I like it. That should be the T-shirt. Doing it bigger in 2026. Damn, I'm a
bigger and better. Bigger and better.
Bigger and better. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. Have a wonderful week. We will be talking with y'all soon, and just we can't thank you enough. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Same to you guys, man. Same
Thank
to
you,
guys.
and we appreciate it as well.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
So this is our time in the end of the show. We are starting something new as well. It's called Final Thoughts. Looking over the show, or even our personal opinions about a situation, place, or thing that's taken place, and just letting you know a little bit more about us, giving you a little bit more of us to you. And on this point, this is Final Thoughts. And Rhonda, what's your final thoughts for the night?
That was just fun. That was a lot of fun. They're always so much fun. I love their openness to everything and just seeing and their camaraderie and all of that. I really think I do see. I mean, I hope it keeps this way, but it does seem, at least amongst the teams that you and I associate with and we work with, that there really is becoming para-unity. And an acceptance that we all don't work alike. We all don't do the same things, but we have a respect for each other, and like we're willing to observe and talk about things and understand that. I think it's great to have a group that now everybody understands none of us know anything and none of us are right.
I like that. Acceptance.
Yeah.
Acceptance. My final thought is looking out here, and what a great show. We opened up some doors. We did some thinking. We did some looking. As always, we love for that to happen. Thinking about the fact that it's not always paranormal, but isn't some of the things still paranormal? If you're thinking that something's there, maybe it's still paranormal. It's paranormal to you. So, don't be scared to talk about it. Get out there, discuss it. It might even help you with your dilemma or trouble. If you have a location that is active, when I say that, I mean haunted. There you go for some of you out there. Reach out. There's teams all over the United States, all over the world now, all over the world. They're here to help you. But on the other end of things, on my final thought, do your research.
Yeah.
Find those teams that are residentially based. There's not a lot of residential teams anymore. There's a lot of teams that are out there doing historical and locational. Yes. But make sure you're getting a team that is a residential team that's there to help you. And understand that they're going to be looking at you too. There's a terminology that goes along in our field. It's called a parasite. Those are those people who like to have those paranormal investigators come into their home and watch them and enjoy the thing going on because they have their own personal TV right in front of them. Careful. Just be careful of that.
Yeah. I can't tell you. I mean, there's a lot of times I see this and a lot of groups have said the same thing to me is they get a contact about a private case, a residential case, and it just falls off the way. Like, you schedule something, you follow up, and suddenly they're not responding to anything. And it's like, it's hard. So you're absolutely right. You gotta be careful.
Got to be careful. And that's just because of society, especially right now. Final thoughts?
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open. Don't jump to I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Sometimes what you're seeing is not at all what you think it is. Take the time to analyze everything around you. People, places, and things. What you see on social media, you better question it, look into it, find out is that really before you go, oh, look at this news, or aliens are here. Yeah, no, I'll give you a key. We got you. By the way, we appreciate you. And in that, we
Yes.
do got you. And in that, may virtue be yours.
Have a great week, everyone.
Great one, folks.